patrons. So this is part 2 of my trip to Washington D.C. As you guys already know, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the African American Museum that's in Washington D.C. Part 1, I talked about the Jefferson Museum and Library, and I gave you guys a mini haul of things that I purchased from that store. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the African American Culture and Heritage Museum. And well, here it is, the National Museum of African American History and Culture. So I did get this bag from there, and I was super duper excited. When I say I enjoyed that trip, I enjoyed that trip. It was amazing. It was everything that I thought it would be. When I found out about it through via news that they were actually building a museum, I was like, oh, on my next trip there, I really want to go and check out the museum and see all the exhibits. Well, when you first go in, first of all, if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, be sure to do that, where you can see a lot of the pictures that I have updated on there, so you can go ahead and enjoy those and check those out. So when you get to the museum, it's kind of like a I don't know, me and my son both agreed that it looks almost like a spaceship, but it's a 3-tiered building. And it looks beautiful, absolutely stunning. When you get in the inside, the ground floor is empty except for a shop-at, and then you have your what are they? Customer service agents, and then you have a sitting area, like if you want to sit down and rest, which I did have to take me a break here and there. But each floor has an area for you to rest, and sometimes they have little vendors where you can go and purchase items for keepsakes and things of that nature, which is where my haul will come in. But when you first go into the museum, when you go on the first floor, like I said, the first floor has basically nothing really about the museum other than a little vendor store, a rest area, and information. Now, when you get on the second floor, that's when you start coming into the culture of everything. And it has music, things about the rap culture, and things about just how African Americans start to pretty much uplift themselves socially and economically. So it goes into that aspect. Again, like I said, if you follow my Instagram, it has a better timeline than what I'm saying verbally for you to actually see. My experience with the museum was amazing. If you have not been to DC at all, you need to make a trip there. As I said in my previous video, this was probably like my 56th time going to DC, but my first time going to the African American Museum, because again, as you guys know, it is new. My main thing that I wanted to do while I was there was actually go on each of the floors. And each floor gave you a different experience. I didn't get to see every single thing. No problem. Gives you room for a whole nother trip. But I was also told that they change exhibits sometimes. So each time you go, you may see something different because the exhibits changed all the time. So I just kind of took pictures of things that I could take a picture of at that time, and hopefully a lot of the stuff does stay, and they kind of like just keep room and save it for future things to kind of just like add to it, and they don't really take too much away. So from what I saw, I kind of really like the concept and the idea of what they did. I liked the overall layout of the building. I did like that they did have escalators. If you don't really like to walk and you kind of want to get on the escalator, they do have that. They have the option of stairs. I don't think they have any elevators. I think they just had escalators, and I think they just had regular stairs, I believe. So other than that, first floor, like I say, you go into like the economic history of and social and economic history of African Americans in the United States. And then on the second floor, you get more into the music, the arts, and things of that nature, and the military. And then when you go to the top floor, you get more and more into the culture of the uplift of African American people as far as TV. And so it's almost like when you get to the top layer of it, it's like the stars, because that's where I saw Michael Jackson. I saw Jesse not Jesse. Yeah, I did see Jesse Jackson, but I think I saw him on the second floor. Oprah Winfrey. They have like the movie stars and all that. They're like at the top tier. And then on the second tier, it's more so like your alumni, college students, working class individuals. And then on your bottom floor, you have almost like your cosmetology, you have your cooks, you have the community as a whole, and you have just the regular people. So it's almost like almost kind of like a social structure. If I had to step back and think about what I saw and how I saw in the order that I saw it, all is almost like a social economic structure of society for the Black community and African American community rather in our society. So I really, it was intriguing. It was really interesting. I don't want to take too much from the museum experience for you guys, but I think that when you guys go, it will potentially look different because, like I say, they will be changing things each time you actually go. So as far as like updating and things of that nature, so not every single thing will be there, but yeah. So other things that I liked about the trip was that you did get the opportunity to kind of see, like, I guess history from another perspective. Like a lot of things were kind of like put into order, like when they happened, like when they started talking about the right to education, and then when they talked about religious organization, structure and organizations, they had it in a timeline structure. So you see, okay, boom, it happened in this state in this time period first, this happened here first, and so forth and so forth. So I thought that that was pretty amazing, that certain things happen at certain periods of times, and they were able to collect a lot of those items and preserve them in the museum. They even had old, like if you are associated or affiliated with Masonry, they had the Prince Hall regalia actually well preserved. They had I believe the first charter, because as you guys know, the white Masons wouldn't let the Black Masons in, so Prince Hall, which was the Black Masons, which is why they're called Prince Hall Masonry, he went and petitioned, I believe it's England, British, one of them. I gotta get my lingo right, but he went and petitioned for himself, got the charter, came back, and then hence now you have Blacks able to get into Masonry. So you have all of that whole spiel put in there, and they have, again, like I said, the first charter for that. They have the chair, the regalia, they have pictures, they have when you get into, like I say, the actual working class people, they have things on that with regards to cosmetology, food, space, military, and things of that nature. So it really kind of put everything in perspective as far as what we were proficient at each level and at each social structured level in the museum. So I don't want to say that's what they did. I'm just saying that's what I grasped from how everything was structured in my eyes. They had a lot of sports figures there as well. My son took a few pictures with those. Make sure I get those pictures up if I haven't already put them up. But I think for the most part, between the Literary Parlour on Instagram and the Pink Pearls Glam Parlour on Instagram, you should be able to see a lot of pictures that I put up between the two. And I try to post the pictures in association with my channel, so more so the hair and the beauty related pictures, as well as some of the museum trips I put on my beauty Instagram. But the books and the tours and the museums and stuff, I try to, put all of those on the Literary Parlour's Instagram. So like I said, you could look between the two if you want to get a overall snapshot of some of the things that we actually saw and I was able to get a picture of. So I thought that was pretty exciting. Now, my experience, like I said, was, I would go back again and again and again. I probably get bored eventually, but for right now, it's still fresh to me. I'm so excited to have had the experience. I would highly recommend that. Now, they do have options for you to actually donate as well to the museum. So if you go to the website, which I have a link below, you can actually donate to the museum. I think all of the museums have that. So I probably pretty much leave the link to all of the museums link below if you choose to donate, if you choose to go and visit, you can get information on what to visit, what to see, and things of that nature. So you could try to kind of plan your trip accordingly. Now, we did have to take a cab from one museum to the next because I just couldn't do too much walking. So like I said, other than your spending expenses, if you decide to purchase stuff while you're actually at the museum, you probably want to have some money for yourself for the actual transportation as well. So you got your food, you got your spending, and then you got your items that you may potentially purchase if you go into the museum to purchase stuff. So some of the things that I did purchase from the African American Museum was 3 pencils as well. I purchased the We the People pencil. That one was for my son. I purchased I guess this is the Frederick Douglass pencil. It says, it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. So, and this one is just in purple. Really love that. And I love that whole concept and quote idea. And then it says, this pencil, to suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer as well as those of the speaker. Frederick Douglass. And this one is in blue. So definitely excited about those pencils and that purchase as well. I'm a collector of coins, stamps, and things of that nature. So it was only fitting for me to get this first official issue of the Louis Armstrong stamp, and it was sent from New Orleans to the African American Music Stamp Festival via purchase in this is the first day cover Louis Armstrong. So I did purchase this, and it, you know, while I was there, and you have the option to purchase these and several other ones to go into your collection. So if you're into stuff like that, you can do that, and I would highly recommend you do that and kind of build your collection if, you know, you're into stamps, coins, and precious metals and items and things of that nature. And I did get this button as well, and this I believe was $2, and it says, it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And so that just looks just like this, and it's something that you can attach on to your jacket, your shirt, your bag, and things of that nature. So really like that. Another thing that I actually picked up as well was this t-shirt and hat. Now you did get the option to get a dark gray hat and a light gray shirt, or both light gray products, or 2 shirts and a thick sweatshirt, or a thick sweatshirt alone. And I thought this was kind of like my best option because I had the opportunity to get the pink hat and the purple shirt. And so I did get a 2X because they said go a size bigger because these weren't true to fit. And so this does say the Smithsonian, which I think the Smithsonian is the actual mother of this actual adventure, of this actual museum. I don't know, but that it just says that on it. And then when you open up the hat, it's pink just like so, and then it has that pink striker over there, and it says National Museum of African American History and Culture. So it just looks just like so. And then you have this shirt right here, which I really love, the purple color. And it just says National Museum of African American History and Culture. And it says A People's Journey, A Nation's Story. So that's how that shirt looks. And that is actually how the museum is built. So really like that it did take in consideration the structure of the building, and again it has the same on the hat. So you'll have a pink hat, purple shirt. I think that's really cute. And then you'll have your wristlet to go with it. So the next time I go, I can actually have on my hat and my shirt when I actually go in, and they'll know, you know, it's not my first time there, but it'll be, you know, exciting to see how they update and, you know, kind of like add to and change things around as it pertains to the different exhibits that they have. Now again, I did really enjoy myself, and I really hope that each of you, you know, may have the opportunity to visit the African American Museum in Washington D.C. or the Lincoln Library. Potentially even get a library card while you're there. I do it every 2 years. So that's something that you guys are looking forward to doing. do so. Check it out, read into it, go online, just like you would research how to create a video, research things about DC, and go ahead and book you a trip and go. Like I said, the very first time I went alone. I didn't go with anybody. Well, I didn't go alone as far as like with my family. I didn't go with my family. I went by myself and some friends from the military. But after that, you know, it was just me and my family. And like I say, the experience is always beautiful, especially at nighttime. You get an opportunity to be there overnight. Try to go to on Capitol Hill at night. It's beautiful. They have the lighting. It looks amazing. You have people out there playing music. You have food. You have the just the whole architecture design of there just gives you a whole different look on everything. If you want to go in and read some of the books and study and research, you can do that. If you want to just go and enjoy your family and enjoy the festivities that they got going on, you could do that. If you want to just go and relax and you just want to just go just because it's on your bucket list, you can do that. Either way it go, I hope you guys have the opportunity to visit Washington, D.C. because, again, my trip was amazing. And the next museum, I think, is the Museum of Science, if I'm not mistaken. But that's the next one we're going to talk about. And then we'll be out of DC and we'll talk about Jersey. And we'll get into my trip to New York. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure you subscribe before you leave. Leave me a comment below if you've already visited the African American Museum in DC or DC period, or you want to visit the museum. And any questions you have, if I can answer them, I'll do my best to answer them or lead you in the right direction to where you can find that answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.